Welcome to episode 4 of the Domino School Tournament. I'm your host, Gamma Exia, and it's time to jump into round 2, where 8 duelists are set to face off with each other for a spot in the semi-finals. Let's see who they duel.
Round 2, Match 1, Trudge vs. Imori. Round 2, Match 2, Andrew vs. Jessica. Round 2, Match 3, Bakura vs. Josh. Round 2, Match 4, Duke Devlin vs. Yugi.
Let's begin round 2, match 1, Trudge vs. Imori. And these two Imori has a grudge against Trudge after Trudge stolen his Trihorn Dragon. Let's see if Imori has it in him to beat Trudge, or will Trudge show why he won the first round? Oh, and it looks like Imori is already struggling to summon a monster on the field. That is not good for Imori. But Widespread Ruin has just taken out one of Trudge's strongest monsters. And Dust Tornado takes out Castle Wall, allowing Imori to place a face down card. And we've got Mystic Typhoon getting rid of Dust Tornado. And we've got Monster Reborn bringing back the Wolf Axe Wielder. It looks like Trudge is going to be struggling against his own monsters, but sadly to say, Trudge summons his backup one. And I can't believe I'm watching this match. As I did their profile, I didn't know they were going to duel each other. And this one is a truly shocker to see. And Trudge is able to get summoned 3 of his assault dogs. If I was Trudge, I would actually attack now before Imori is able to summon his fusion monsters. And the card that destroys everything. So we got Twin-Headed Behemoth attacking for 1000 damage. But will that be enough to hold back Trudge's monsters? And we got one Lava attacking, but we're lucky enough. Imori's already used one of his stronger trap cards to destroy that. And we've got the Divine Dragon of Ragnarok. Trudge is really struggling to keep his monsters on the field. If I was him, I would actually hold out for his Trihorn Dragon. And we've got Mass Dragon, and sadly Mass Dragon goes to the grave thanks to Trap Hole. But sadly to say, Trudge has got his strongest defensive monster out on the field. And we've got drop off. That means when and it sends his dragon statue to the grave. Wicked dragon statue, the wicked dragon of the eastern head to the grave. Not really a big loss for Imori, but we'll see. And it looks like Trudge has already got Widespread Ruin face down. That means if Imori summons one of his stronger monsters, that might be game over for him. Looking at Trudge, he's struggling to just get one of his boss monsters out. Like in the previous duels, Trudge does have 2 boss monsters. Oh, and Widespread Ruin has just destroyed the Ragnarok Dragon. This might... Oh, and drop off happened, getting rid of one of Trudge's monsters. Oh, 1,300 goes to Imori, sending him down to 6,200. And we have Mass Dragon returning as his brother is in the grave while he stands up tall. And we've got Trihorn Dragon in Trudge's hand, but it has no second monster to summon it. And we got Lesser Dragon in attack. And Trudge sacrificed 1,000 life points to send one polymerization to the grave. Not really worth it in my book, but hey, this is Trudge. And Immoral places one more card face down. Oh, and Fish is going to get rid of Lesser Dragon. My god, this duel's getting on. And we got Dragon Tribute, and this duel, sadly to say, it's not strong enough to defeat Trudge's final. Oh my god. Immoral needs to get out, summon his boss monster if he can. If he can't, oh, and lucky enough, but sadly to say, it won't be enough, because in the next turn, Trudge will be able to summon his tri-headed dragon. And here it comes, the tri-horn dragon. Can Trudge turn this match around, or will Immoral come out with a win? And we got another face down card. A masked dragon goes to the grave with dragon treasure, but lucky enough, this might mean he has. But sadly to say, I don't think he's going to have. And sadly to say, he didn't have another fairy dragon in his hand. And Wingardium the Fortress #1 goes to the grave. And while Immoral plays very defensively in this duel, it shows how much Tri-Horn Dragon really suffers not being in Immoral's deck. Oh, and Fairy Dragon goes to the grave. Now, Immoral only has one more Fairy Dragon and two more Winged Dragons of the Fortress before he's unable to summon his Kaiser Dragon. Oh, and Corey Dragon goes to the grave. I have to admit, Immoral's deck really shows how much he's suffering, as he's already gone down to 20 cards. And Immoral only has 14 cards left in his hand, while Trudge only has 9. And Masked Dragon goes to the grave. The last Masked Dragon, and got Wingardium the Fortress, but that goes to the grave. We really need a win soon, or Trudge is going to deck out. Sadly to say, Immoral wasn't able to bring up another card out of his hand. And we got Stop Defense. That's bringing in Swamp King of the Swamp to the grave. But the winner of the first duel is Trudge. Let's go to round 2 to see who wins. And let's start match 2. Trudge versus Immoral. Immoral needs to win this to go to a tiebreaker match. But if Trudge wins this, he goes to the semi-final. Let's begin the duel. And Trudge has already put his Assault Dog down. That means if he gets destroyed in battle, it means he's allowed to summon 2 more. And Trapple destroys Masked Dragon, something that shouldn't really be helpful, but a Masked Dragon has come to the field to help. A Masked Dragon destroys Assault Dog. But sadly to say, that means Trudge will be able to summon his secondary boss monster. And Monster Reborn brings back another Assault Dog to the field, making it a 3-on-1 match already. And one Assault and one Masked Dragon gone to the grave, but Immoral activates the trap, destroying his boss monster. And we got the Dragon of Ragnarok in attack mode. Now Trudge is going to have to fight really hard to keep his monsters on the pitch. And sadly to say, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But Immoral needs to summon more dragon cards out so he can handle Trudge's ability to summon multiple creatures out. But it looks like with Trudge's hand empty, we might actually see Immoral actually holding his own. And like I said, Trudge is now struggling for monsters. Did he push his hand a bit too empty? Oh, and Catapult sends Trudge's monster back to the hand. Now it's Imoru's turn to deal some damage. And we got 2 fairies and a Ragnarok dragon in attack. Dealing half of Trudge's life point down the drain. And sadly to say, we've only able to destroy only dealing 600 damage. Trudge needs a miracle, or the heart of the cards. And we got Lizard Soldier joining the field with Ragnarok taking out Master and Experience. And Trudge is only going to last one more turn if he's unable to summon a monster. And so, sadly to say, the only monster he could summon was the Great Bill. And that's not going to hold back 3 monsters. Imori does take 700 damage, but I tell lies. Imori doesn't take it down and uses a spell card to deal 800 damage to Trudge. But let's go to the tiebreaker, and let's start the tiebreaker. Either one of these duelists will go on to the semi-finals. It's either Imori versus Trudge. Let's see who does it. And looking at Trudge's hand, he's gonna struggle with monsters, but has at least one trap card to destroy one of Imori's cards when he summons one. And we've got Guardian of the Fortress summoned and it's gone to the grave. So we have 1 card face down. Oh, it looks like we've got 2 Poison Fang. Oh, why did he put that down? By putting both Poison Fangs down, it means Imori would have only have 4,000 life points left to actually handle. Oh, we've got Mass Dragon and Mystic Tornado destroying Castle Wall. We're gonna have to. Imori needs to actually start dealing damage to actually catch up with Trudge's lead with life points. And lucky enough, with Dragon Treasure and Mass Dragon, that might not be a wait too soon. Oh, and we've got Fisher, sadly to say. Mass Dragon goes to the grave and kills 1,700 damage to boot. Imori needs to summon out a monster now. And we've got Guardian of the Fortress #1 doing damage. Trudge's life points are high, but it has no monster in his hands. Oh, he's got Confiscation. And he takes Polymerization away from Imori. That means getting Kaiser Dragon is going to take him a little bit longer than usual. The battle begins and deals 1,400 life points, taking Trudge down to 5,000. Oh, and Trudge is not getting none of his stronger monsters in his hand just yet. Does this mean that Mori will go on to the next round? And the Imori places another card face down. And Trudge is getting out of his magic cards. Damn, I feel sorry for the man. And Fairy Dragon joins the field. Now both opponents will do only 2,500 damage, leaving Trudge only 25,000 life points left. Oh, and this means the duel Imori will go on to the next round. And we get Pottery drawing 2 more cards, and we get to the Galaxy Serpent onto the field. And the last damage of the duel will go to Imori, and Trudge is out of the tournament, and Imori moves on to the semi-finals. Imori moves on to the semi-finals. Now to see Andrew versus Jessica, both at win decks, and let's see who's got the stronger one. Let's begin the duel. Let's begin the next duel. Andrew versus Jessica. Wind versus wind. My predictions are Andrew might win this because his deck is built more around fusing in his wind cards, while Jessica isn't. It's going to be really interesting as both their decks are quite is quite interesting to see. But you know what time it is? It's time to duel. And we got pot agreed on Andrew on Jessica's side. Yeah, this is not going to get confusing at all. But it's like, oh, and we get King of the Swamp brings polymerization out, and we get our first fusion of the day, and we get, by fusing them together, we get Skullbird in attack mode. And we get Fusion Recovery, bringing polymerization and tackle. But it's not over there. We're going to do another polymerization to bring another Skullbird into attack. It looks like Andrew's going out for a win, and he's doing it. Because we've got two Skull. Oh, but Widespread Rune takes out the first Skullbird. And Crimson, oh my god. Jessica knew what was coming because she just took out both Skullbirds in one go. And leaves. Oh, but Trap Hole takes out the red Skullbird. And Andrew takes the first damage of the duel, 1,500 damage. And we've got Faithbird in attack mode. Any monster that could actually do damage now if the red Skullbird was still around. But some reason he puts his only strong attacking monster in defense. Oh, but Jessica's just lost one of her healing monsters, so this is going to be interesting. Who gets to summon the next few? But Andrew sees through Jessica's ploy to draw him into losing his Faithbird. And Kamikori goes down in face down mode for Andrew. And Jessica attacks Kamikiri number 1, but Kamikiri number 1 brings out Kamikiri number 1 as well. And we have a Faithbird on the other side as well. Oh, we get Monster Reborn bringing back Skullbird. As Skullbird returns to the field, and Kamikiri sacrifices himself to summon another Faithbird. So the duel's very, very much hands-on, only with 1,000. Oh, why would some reason Jessica sacrificed one of her strongest cards to clash with another Faithbird? And looking at this, Jessica's really struggling to get monsters on the field. Starts catching up with Andrew's life points, and just Tornado takes out Jar of Greed. So that face down card must be polymerization or a trap card. But sadly, just say it looks like Jessica's on the back string. And Faithbird gets destroyed, while Skullbird and Faithbird on Andrew's side does all the damage, leaving Jessica with only 600 life points left. Can she come back from this or not? And sadly to say, she's not coming back from this one, and we'll meet everyone in round 2 in a second. And Skullbird does the damage. And that's the game for round 1. I'll meet everyone in round 2. Andrew won the first match. Jessica needs to win this to do the tiebreaker. Let's see who wins, and let's begin the duel. And it does show that 2 different winning decks do have different styles of fighting. And looking at Andrew's hand, it's going to be a struggle for him to actually keep up with the damage. He does have a drop-off sends Trap Hole to the grave. But it will mean, and Jessica gives a monster 300% attack points, but sadly misses out, and King of the Swamp goes to the grave. Jessica puts one face down card, but Andrew has no monsters in his hand or field, and looks like he's only drawing trap cards. This might be bad news for him. And Jessica summons one of her monsters, but Catapult sends it right back to her hand. And the first damage goes to Andrew for 1,550. But it looks like Goldberg has a friend. Well, activating its special ability, activating the trap card sends that monster in defense. Jessica knows what she's doing and she's going for the win. But lucky enough, Wabaku's on the field. That means no attacks will go through. Oh, and the spirit of the boss coming into attack mode. 100 damage goes to Jessica. If it was me, I would probably clash both of them, even though it would leave me defenseless, but it does show. Oh, reinforcements happen, and Christine Jessica just lost a red skull bird, but using the spell card using Dark Factory Mass Batution means she can bring back a red skull bird and other monster. That means we're back to square one already. Looks like Andrew's playing defense with his two weakest cards while keeping Red Skullbird intact, but activating Catapult, sending Red Skullbird back to Andrew's hand. But Flying Kamikiri brings out Faith Bird. Only if Andrew had polymerization, he might have stood a chance, but he is struggling, and another 100 damage goes to Jessica. And Jessica destroys Faith Bird, and Jessica plays one face down card. Oh, got another face. And Kamikiri number 1 gets destroyed on Jessica's side and summons a Faith Bird. Okay, this is just getting confusing even for me. Faith Bird destroys the flying reflector number 1. And we've got a polymerization that will allow us to use both Goldbird and Faith Bird into the Crimson Sunbird. Andrew's boss monster. That means we need Jessica boss monster and a equip card to stand a chance against him. But she plays very defensively now, knowing her life points are not going to stand up. But sadly to say, that might not add up now, as Andrew did flip a spell card to increase Crimson Sunbird's attack. But like I've been saying, Christine, Jessica's and Andrew's deck is so similar to each other, but shows you even with just one card changes the whole duel. If Christine had Crimson Sunbird or even Goldbird, it would be a different duel. But it is interesting to see how the two win decks fares to each other. It's an interest when you even put the half-eaten deck together. But it looks like this duel's going to be very stagnated for a time being, as Christine is trying to put on some kind of defense, but Andrew is still monster cards. The only hope that she has that one of her cards is with I can't think of the name of it now. Widespread Ruin. And that's the only way I could see beating Crimson Sunbird. Oh, he's acted Fisher, and that destroys it. Oh, but Christine takes 400 life points. And that was the biggest upset I've seen. Christine's Jessica was able to take out Crimson Sunbird with Fisher. That means it gives her the opportunity to fight back with her 4 monsters. And that is going to take us to the tiebreaker if she can keep up with the damage. The only thing she could do to try holding up the lead is try to get a fusion summon. But sadly to say, with Andrew only having a trap card that boosts defense, that's not going to happen. And the winner of the second round is Jessica. I'll meet everyone in the tiebreaker match. See you there. Let's do the tiebreaker event. Andrew versus Jessica. Both of them, if one of them wins, they go to the semi-finals to face Imuru. And let's begin the duel. And looking like Andrew has drawn a very bad hand, sadly to say, as Jessica already has one monster face down and and using Mystic Torment. And it was Wabaku. I wouldn't confuse that, but and with using a Follow of the Wind to increase Spirit of the Book's attack points, but it was no good, as Mist Guardian of the Watcher has 1900 defense, and Java Greed allows her to draw one more card. Just to remember this, Jessica and Andrew both use fusion cards to summon out their boss monsters, so it's going to be up to their boss monsters to destroy any defensive monsters that come out. And we've already got a fusion monster. We have not fusion monster, the Blue Wing Crown in attack mode, but still no defensive cards. And we're gonna get our second fusion of the duel of the Crimson Sunbird. Come out and fuse and show us a Crimson Sunbird in attack. Crimson Sunbird attacks Jessica Monster, and because ironically she had her fusion already out. But this does mean Jessica's only defensive monster that could have held back the defense is now completely unneeded. And sadly to say, Crimson Sunbird goes back to the hand. All that work done for nothing. And did Jessica just foul up or switch now? Miss Rally Watcher into attack mode, being the only thing that kept his life points safe. Kept her life points safe, should I say. And Jessica is probably doing better than most at this duel. While their life points are the same, Jessica has a bit more advantage with card-wise. The Spirit of the Books destroyed Kamakiri number 1 to bring out Faithbird. I kind of wish but one of them would get there. And we got Faithbird and the Wing. That means Jessica has the advantage. This means Jessica's getting and Andrew's life points are only 4,600. Can Jessica hold off the line just a little bit longer to win the duel? Let's find out. And we've got Kamakiri number 1. And sadly to say, he uses a weakest monster attack. And Andrew's life points is only 1,300 life points. He needs anything. And he's got Kamakiri number 1. Will that make any difference? And sadly to say, he's sacrificing his Kamakuris and not attacking the weakest one. Sadly to say, I do think this will be a win for Jessica. That means she might actually move on to the next round. 100 damage, but the winner is Jessica, and she moves on to face Imuru in the semi-finals. I'll see everyone then. Bye. Jessica wins and moves on to fight Imuru in the semi-finals. The next duel will be Bakura vs Joss, but that will be in episode 5. Bye for now.